Hello
Good
again.
afternoon.
Good to see you again.
Wonderful to see
Yeah, it
you.
seemed like I just saw you a week ago.
What about
Yeah.
5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
2 minutes ago.
But welcome to Opposite Saxes, our passion that we do every week. We just share a little bit of time with you, and by the way, we want to thank a couple people. We want to thank Christine Dean, who is our sponsor and also our producer.
Mhm.
She does a great job. We don't often mention her to you, but very easy. She is the networkingdiva.com. Check it out. Google it and everything, and you will find out what Christine does. In addition to producing this show, she also helps people, do their own marketing, to do their own websites, to do their own podcasts. She's a jack of all trades and knows everything there is to know about social media. She's a good person. And also, we want to thank you because we very much enjoy every week the comments that we get after the shows saying, I really enjoyed that show and you forgot to mention this. And it's kind of fun to see the people and you're from all over the country and we really appreciate that. You're not just in our backyard. So we thank all those people.
Very well said.
Did I do okay?
You did great.
Okay. You want to add something to that?
Me? Add to you? It's not possible.
You complete me, Jerry
Okay,
Maguire.
if that's what you think, that's great. Wonderful. Love it.
But what were we talking about today?
We're talking about memberships.
Oh, yes, yeah, because
The
we kind of
dreaded M
yeah, we
word.
got we got kind of caught in one.
Well, you didn't, I did.
Yeah, but for instance, how often, and this is probably on almost a daily basis, are you given the opportunity to take a free trial of something? Uh, for instance, like a streaming service, one of the streaming services that you can get 2 or 3 months free for signing up and cancel anytime. Always love those 3 words, or that's 2 words. Cancel anytime.
Anytime,
Yeah.
sure.
Uh, but up front, you have to give them your credit card information, your name and your email, and sometimes a password in order to get into it. And you get your 2, 3 months of free trial, and you say after those 2 months or 3 months, I really don't want this, and I don't want to spend the 19.99 a month and all to continue. So you write to them and you say, please cancel.
It's just a pain in the neck. You can do it. And most of the time, I guess it works. They
Most
take
of
it
the time,
off.
yeah.
They take it off your account, but it's a pain.
And then all of a sudden you open up your credit card statement and you see there's this charge
Surprise.
for the 19.99 for this streaming service. And you say, well, wait a minute, I canceled it. And so you now have to reach out to them and say, wait a minute, I canceled it. And you go to your credit card company and you say, please reverse this charge. And they get involved. And sometimes it means you have to now get a new credit card in order to do it. It is a pain in the you know
Yeah, the
where.
credit card companies, I think, have gotten very used to this. This is happening all the time.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
very
yeah.
good at it. They take care of business, but it's just the aggravation of it. And then you have to look at your credit card statement every month and you have to make sure that it was finally taken off. And what you have to go through with your credit card and the information you have to send them because they want to see all receipts and all copies of everything. And
Text or
it's just one
scan or
more thing you
fax.
have to worry about.
Yeah. And it makes you leery to take advantage of another special offer
True.
to get involved in something.
But in my case was a little different because I don't really like signing up for any of that stuff where it says sometimes I'll start to sign up for it and then the disclaimer comes up, where
Before you complete the
yeah, and you have to let us
process.
know and we're not gonna charge your credit card now, but you have to let us know because within 30 days then you'll start getting charged. And I think to myself, this is not worth it. So I don't.
Yeah.
But The other day, I was at the car wash, and the same car wash I've gone to
For years.
years and years. I like them. They're very nice, but I could tell they have been doing some changing of sorts. New management, new owners, I don't know, but I could tell things were different. And I went up and I want to pay for my same wash that I get. And then she starts telling me about the membership, and you can have so many washes a month if you pay for this membership. And at first I said, oh, well, that sounds like a good idea. And then I decided against it because she was really getting too technical and it was getting to sound worse
And then
than
they start to
what it was.
upgrade you from the monthly regular wash to the monthly superior wash to the
So at
monthly
that point, I
premier.
said, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah.
Take me off. I don't want it. I just want my $30 car wash, the
And
one that I always get.
yeah, and she
And
did
she
reverse it.
credited it, right? I have the receipt, minus $30. But what she didn't tell me was she didn't take me off of the monthly membership. I am still in their
The corporate
computer.
was, yeah, well, it went into the computer
And that
to
she didn't take me off
generate the
of.
monthly charge.
And I started seeing monthly $46.95 every month. And after 3 months, we got it rectified and we got it taken care of, and I was credited. But again,
What you had to go
what
through
we had to go through, it was
with the
just a
car
pain
wash
in the
because you also couldn't get a hold of the people at the car wash.
It was very hard.
Yeah.
Finally, I got the corporate number. That was not easy. And I called once you got them and you got them on the phone. They were very
Oh, we're
nice. So,
very
yeah, we'll
sorry
take it
for
off
this
immediately. And
oversight.
they did take it off immediately. But in order to get that corporate phone number, it wasn't easy. You can't just Google them. And so that was my story.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know what? I'm sure I'm not the only one that this is happening to.
No,
There's got to be other people.
I think it is. It's a corporate process that a lot of companies are doing in order to increase their business. I
Sure,
mean,
I
that
know that.
business is business. So they feel that if you can get somebody to sign up for something, there are some people that will definitely take advantage of it. In other words,
Oh,
if they sign up for this car wash program and know that they can get unlimited car washes for $40 a month, they are there every week and they're getting their car washed and they're making making hay of.
but even Mrs. Dirt Devil does not need a car wash more than once a month.
Right. Yeah.
I don't go that many places. It's the cars in the garage.
Well, and
So
I mentioned the streaming services because
that's
you know,
different.
now if you want to watch movies on TV, this movie's only available on one service. Another is only available on another service.
Right.
And you say to yourself, well, okay, this one's only $5.99 a month. That one's $19.99 a month. When you start to add up all of those monthly
Charge.
streaming charges and everything, you're spending a couple of $100 a month to watch TV. And you have to say to yourself, how much do I actually watch that channel?
I was just going to say that. They may have one or two really good movies or series that you want to watch.
Yeah.
But after that, will you use them?
Or they offer a free trial offer. You'll get, 30 days and then, like I said, cancel anytime. So you go on, and I know people that will do this
Oh, there,
because they want
yes.
to see a particular movie.
Right,
They'll sign up for the free membership.
right.
They'll watch that movie, and then they'll go back a week later and say, I want to cancel the membership.
Right.
And sometimes it works, but it's not advantageous for the streaming service to be so cordial. So sometimes they kind of let it slip, and it'll take 2, 3, 4 months. And they try to negotiate, well, okay, we're sorry, but we cannot reverse the charges from last month or the month before, but we'll reverse it going forward. And you have got to decide whether you want to fight it or just
And
let it go.
usually you just say,
And
I'll let it go.
I,
It's not worth
I
the
stop and think
aggravation.
about how many people kind of just didn't read the fine print and all of a sudden they get their credit card every month and they just take out the checkbook and they pay the credit card
Right.
and don't realize they're paying for
But
something that they're not getting.
correct. But again, like you say, on the other side, there are people that I do know that just watch it for the series or the movie, and they are religious about calling and canceling it.
Yeah.
So I guess it just depends how much you want something in this world.
Well, this goes back a long time ago with like subscriptions to magazines
True.
and newspapers, especially magazines. You would start to get something. The one that pops out in my mind was Consumer Reports. And
Mm.
you would get a Consumer Reports, what, 4 times a year or something, and they would rate all of the
Mhm.
appliances and then you would get a notice that your subscription is going to expire pretty soon,
Right.
and you ignore it. And then you get another notice that says, "We notice that you're getting close to your expiration date. How about we'll give you an extra year free if you renew for a year?" Well, sometimes you say, "No, I just don't want it," or you reply and say, "No, put it in
Mhm.
an envelope." But then all of a sudden you keep getting the magazine. Now, you know,
Do you just give up and throw up your hands and say, okay, I'll read the magazine as long as I'm getting
that's
it?
what they're hoping for.
Right. I
You
know.
know, that's certainly what Publishers
Yeah.
Clearinghouse was always about, was if you make a subscription to one magazine, you get three free. And you pick it out and you realize, well, there really aren't three more magazines that I want, but I'll get
Right.
so you start getting Popular Mechanics because really all you wanted was, Vanity Fair.
Oh yeah, they're close.
Yeah. So, but
But I have one better. What about when you're on your phone and you're reading the headlines and there's a headline you want to see more about what it's about,
mm,
and you click on it and you go and it happens to be a newspaper or a magazine article that you cannot read
that's new because
and you have to
yeah,
subscribe.
the magazines are going digital. They're closing down a lot of
Resent that so much.
and you really want to read
I don't want to
that
read it that much.
article,
I don't want
but
it.
it says you read like 3 paragraphs,
And
and
then you
then you
get
click
into
on a thing
it.
that says read more.
Right.
You click read more, and it says just
Oops.
sign up for our digital subscription, and you can read the rest of this
Sorry,
article.
guys.
And
I'm out. I'm aggravated, but not, I don't want to read it that much.
one thing is for sure, there's no subscription to follow our show.
We're
That's right.
gratis,
And
free.
since you didn't subscribe in the first place, then there's no cancellation
Nope.
policy.
Nope.
Nope. You like us,
You
tune
got
in.
us.
You don't like us,
Tune out.
click. But we hope you won't do that.
No.
Please,
Come back
please,
and join us
please
next
don't.
week.
Yeah, because we'll be here.
See
Okay.
you. Bye.
Bye.